Hey, welcome in. There's a quiet revolution going on. It's subtle, it's been coming in for a while, and it's integrating in now. Now, I talked a little bit ago about having a new map with some new goals, some new views of the world, new ambition, and it's very much bedding in now because you're really aware of, well, we all are so aware of having been in a place for so long of holding so much, carrying such a load, the mental load of the everyday. And there's a sort of background noise as well of other ambitions and things we might like to do at some point, or stuff that's nagging and niggling. And the mind is just push, 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 push with its agenda. Meanwhile, the body kind of limping along behind. And there's just this constant misalignment. And I think what's going on is the body, in all its wisdom now, is almost in a protest of like, I'm not doing it anymore. I refuse to do this. And I'm just inviting you to a meeting, mind. So it's like the body with everything it's been holding and carrying and trying to do leaves that at the door and comes in. And the mind with its agenda and its goals and its shoulds and its oughts and its responsibilities and its whirls is coming in, leaving all of that at the door. And they're coming together and they're embracing. And they're like, you know what? I haven't seen you for ages. Like, I haven't seen you properly. They've been doing little small talk in the street. Yeah, fine. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. They've not been really connecting. And now they're seeing each other through eyes of such love. And it is almost like a tearful reunion of just, oh my goodness, it's been a lot. And the body's like, I know, God, it's been a lot. How really are you? No, really, like, sit down, take this tea, sit down and tell me everything. So there's this union going on, this reunion, this harmonizing coming in where they're going to team up and work together differently. And so you're addressing a lot of these little micro goals that you've had for a long time that are now starting to emerge as things that just don't make any sense, and you don't know why am I doing it this way? Or surely there has to be a different way, which invites the mind and the body to start working together to show you, yes, we agree. This weird thing that you do, or this funny belief that you have, it doesn't need to be upheld anymore, essentially. So we're having this opportunity to challenge things. And as this is starting to come in, people are either experiencing lots of, I'm absolutely at the end of my tether with this thing or these things, or I'm done with that. And or starting to notice little things around them where it's like, I don't know why I think that. Or I don't know why I believed that was true, because maybe it isn't. From like tiny little pointless things like, I don't know why I always believe that I have to have white skirting boards. Maybe I could paint them a different colour. Or I don't know why I'm so obsessed with trying to get this goal completed by this time. We could do it next year. Or we could even put that down and we could do something in the interim and say that's a goal for something that we'll do when this other thing in our life is done. There's a sense of the timeline is shifting so that we're going to be experiencing our life day to day differently. Now, I'm going to try and not sound like a massive cliche, because I don't want to sit and go, yeah, it's about being more present. It's just about being in the moment, and, happiness is not a destination, and, all of this stuff. It's just, I think we probably had an inkling about this stuff in theory, but we haven't been practicing any of it. And now it's coming in almost whether we like it or not. For people who are used to kind of doing the work and are self-reflectors and are interested in this kind of thing, it's here. You're going to be challenging some of your goals. And as I say, stupid tiny goals. Like I don't know why I always insist on doing things this way or in this order, or I don't know why I've been putting that off, or I don't know why I'm putting so much pressure on myself to do all these things at the same time. I don't need to be doing this and this and this and this. I don't need all of these ambitions at the same time. I'm going to just choose one or two of those things, and then going to carve out just a little bit of a pocket of peace here or there to just indulge in something that I'd like to do for 5 minutes. So you might find that you're changing your routine a bit, you're challenging yourself, you're switching things up, and you're also looking around with new eyes, a new perspective on your life, on your goals, particularly I think what's in the physical. So how you run your life, how you run your home. This is the time, the energy is very much there for these things to be flipped on their head. And it's really quite exciting. So yeah, do challenge those beliefs that you have about things. And the other thing that I'm really noticing is that people are being more honest, and I love it. So there's often situations where you can have like a little interaction with someone because you see them in the supermarket, or you're at an event or pickup or whatever it might be, and you haven't really got time, or we believe that we don't have time to have a meaningful conversation. We go for the surface level stuff, and then it's unfulfilling for both parties, I think, and it does us a disservice. And I feel like people are more and more getting straight to the point of reality. You know, how are you really? I really want to know. And I understand that it's a mixture as well. It's not just one thing. You're not just all is well or all is awful. It's like, well, you know what? These things are feeling really good, and I'm so grateful for this and this. These things are feeling really hard, and I'm struggling with those things. These sorts of interactions and conversations are happening more, and I think we're being more honest with ourselves as well, and with each other, in terms of, I know I said I was going to come and do that thing with you. I'm just going to be really honest. I don't think I've got it in me. I think I have overcommitted. You know, these sorts of conversations are happening in whatever is relevant for you. And I'm loving this idea of the mind and body coming together, you know, meeting in a different way, leaving all their separate agendas at the door, coming home to each other. And there's this warm embrace of like, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in so long. Let me just look at you. Let me really know how you are. And I'm so sorry I haven't been in touch more, and I don't feel like I've been listening to you. And these sorts of conversations inwardly are happening even if you're not aware of it. And we can start to have these little check-ins. So this is something that I really get a lot out of doing for myself. I often advise clients to do it, that you take a minute to just check in with yourself honestly. And in this sense, you're almost coming out of yourself to look in. So when you're doing a task is a really good time to do it, because everybody's busy. But when you are hanging out your washing, or you're cooking the dinner, just let's do it now. I'll talk you through it, okay? So you don't have to close your eyes or anything like that. You can. But just stop. Just notice. Breathe. Just notice your mind, as in, what's the weather like? How busy does it seem? Is it like a hornet's nest in there? Or is it really full? Is it really busy? Is it really heavy? Is it actually doing okay? Is there a little bit of room in there? Just not trying to change it, but you're just noticing it. Just looking in as if you're on the outer edge of a circle, looking in at yourself, looking in at the activity in your brain. And what kind of vibes are going on in there today, in this moment? Almost giving yourself a little bit of a reset, a review, an appraisal. Just how you doing, my love? And let your brain feed back to you. Make some observations. Man, I'm carrying a lot. Whew, there's loads of micro tasks. There's really, really a lot in there. Just take a couple of breaths that you actually notice. And then just start to feel into your body as well. Is your body doing okay? Energized? Or the feeling tired, feeling achy? Again, no real judgment, just simply noticing and making some observations. Continuing to just breathe. And you know your whole spirit, your body, your whole being will really, really appreciate you just acknowledging. It's really powerful. Even if there's stuff going on that we can't do anything about, even if there's stuff that we just have to get done, when we come in and we say to ourselves, you know what, I know it is a lot. There is a lot going on. There's something about that being noticed, or even apologizing to your body. I'm so sorry, my love, I know, and you haven't had what you've needed. And I'm going to make a plan to give you something that you need. I'm having an early night tonight, or I'm going to do some stretches in the morning, or in a minute, I'm just going to go and at least give you a good glug of water. And in that same sense of just checking in and acknowledging, there's also scope for you to almost do an inventory. Is there anything that I'm pursuing that maybe I don't need to? Is there anything I can change the order of, or just am I giving myself a set of goals that don't necessarily need to happen today? Is there any way in which I'm pushing myself that isn't actually helpful? Just coming into that real partnership, a friendship. Okay, so over the course of the day, the weeks, however this unfolds for you, practice those check-ins when you can. Maybe it'll be once every 3 days. Some days it's a couple of times a day. Sometimes you completely forget and it's been 2 weeks. But those moments where instead of you're doing a task and your subconscious is running through all the lists and all the things and bang, bang, bang. Give yourself a minute to go, right, I'm just going to kind of look at that. What track am I running through my head right now? You know, what track am I running on in my body? Where am I actually at? And when you notice, sometimes that's when we can almost step in for ourselves and say, well, I didn't realize that was dominating my mind quite so much. I didn't realize that particular thing was taking up quite so much space. Maybe I need to spend a minute just thinking about calming that down a bit, talking it through with myself or talking it through with somebody else, just coaching myself through that a little bit. Because we do that. We don't even realize how much we're focusing on something because we're so in it. We can't see it. And it's a really weird thing when you stop and notice your own thoughts. Like, oh my goodness, that's wild. So this is the new beginning. Your new map is definitely there. It's integrating in, and you will be noticing things more. You'll be noticing if certain things that have been a struggle will become more of a struggle to the point where you have to address them. And you'll address them in a way that means you'll challenge them. Maybe life doesn't have to be quite like this. Maybe I'm telling myself a rule about something that isn't strictly true. Maybe things can be turned on their head. You'll also notice that you'll start to challenge yourself in other areas where you'll be looking around at your life and at things you're trying to push maybe, or just things that are in the background, like, just noticing stuff in your house or in your garden or in your work and going, I don't really know why I do it that way, or why I've never thought of that before. Or you start to get inspired about certain things where you haven't had space for that before. So just be curious, be inquisitive, be open to what's coming in, and definitely work on that connection to the mind and body and the friendship that they can have, the connection that they can have. Now, I'm running a course at the moment, which is, it's so lovely, and it's a meditation group that is, we're using self-hypnosis to learn how to work with the body for our health and our general well-being. And it is really about tuning into the brain's ability to invoke that self-repair. But it's also creating this amazing foundation relationship between the mind and body, so that actually you're on the same page and you're able to receive input from each other. Now, the course is just going so, it's exquisite. Like it's such a lovely experience watching the people who I'm lucky enough to be working with actually have these revelations and deepening that inner friendship. And so what will be coming up, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be ready, but I'm putting it together so that I can actually create it as also an online course, so that we can go through it and people can have that same experience to work on themselves, and we'll be doing it together, and to develop that integration and that toolkit. So I'll definitely be bringing that, and as I say, I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take me to put it all together, but it's coming. So with that said, I want to wish everybody a lovely, lovely day and rest of your week. Be just so open to challenging yourself and your goals and the rules that you live by. Have a bit of fun with it. And yes, here at Soul Compass from Rachel and I, Rachel's really, really, really busy at the moment. I think she's got so much on because she essentially has 2 jobs, and she's a mum and a wife and all the things. So I've said to Rachel, just pop on here whenever you feel it, whenever you can, just pop something on. That will be lovely. But we're still running our workshops and our retreats, but you'll probably see more of me on the channel at the moment. But yeah, if there is anything else that you would love us to cover, please let us know. Anything that works really well for you. And if you could like the video, subscribe if you haven't, that would do us a massive favour. Sending you all so much love, and don't forget to do your check-ins when you can.